Our next topic is thermodynamics of a reversible cell. So thermodynamics, we had already studied the thermodynamics. Thermodynamics means the effect of the heat on the rate of the reaction. So there are various thermodynamics properties and how they are related to the reversible cell. Reversible cell basically involve the electrochemical cells or formation of electric energy. So in electrochemical cells, the chemical energy is converted into electric energy. In an electrochemical cell, the electric energy is transformed through an external circuit. Electrical work done in 1 second is equal to the product of electrical charge and the total charge that flows through the cell. So we can write the following definition for the electrical work, or following equation. Electrical work is equal to product of the electric charge multiplied by the EMF of cell. So it is the electrical work is equal to the electric charge multiplied by the EMF of the cell. Suppose that n number of moles of electron passing in the external circuit of a cell, then the quantity of electricity or electrical charge passing through the cell is equal to NF Coulomb. NF Coulomb, it is equal to the quantity of electricity or electrical charge. Quantity of electricity or electrical charge that is passing through the circuit, where one Faraday is constant and it is equal to 96500 Coulomb. Hence the electrical work done is by the cell is given as, so it is the electrical work is equal to the n number of moles multiplied by Faraday multiplied by E of cell, that is EMF of the cell. The units of electrical work are volt into coulombs or joule. So we know from thermodynamics that delta G for a reaction is measure of the maximum useful work that can be obtained from the chemical reaction. So we may write from the thermodynamics, we very well know that delta G, that gives free energy, delta G is equal to the maximum work that can be obtained from a chemical reaction. So in a electrochemical cell, there is basically a chemical reaction. I always tell you that there is basically a redox reaction that takes place in a electrochemical cell, and that reaction result in the formation of electrical charge or electricity that can be converted into the useful work. So from thermodynamics, we know that delta G is equal to the maximum work that can be obtained from the chemical reaction. So this is the redox chemical reaction. So it can be written as maximum work is equal to NFE, that I had written here, electrical work, that is the maximum work which can be obtained. So it can be written as delta G is equal to minus delta is equal to maximum work that can obtain from a chemical reaction, which is further equal to this redox reaction, and which is equal to NFE of cell. E is the EMF of the cell. So if the substance in the cell are in their standard states, then E of cell is equal to E naught and delta G is equal to delta G naught. So it can be written as maximum useful work delta G naught is equal to minus delta G is naught is equal to NF E naught of the cell for the standard state. So above equation shows that for the cell reaction to be spontaneous, delta G must be negative. This means that E naught or E naught of cell or E of cell must be positive for a spontaneous cell reaction. So this is the maximum useful work that can be obtained from a chemical reaction. And chemical reaction, there is a chemical reaction between electrochemical cell in the form of redox reaction, and this is the maximum work that can be obtained from the electrochemical cell. So thermodynamic quantities and EMF of a cell can be written in the same way. Thermodynamic quantities are delta G, delta H and delta S and EMF of a cell. So thermodynamic functions delta G, delta H and delta S can be calculated by measurement of EMF of a reversible cell at different temperature, that is from the temperature dependence of EMF. So different relations are can be obtained in a manner. So delta G, that I already written, delta G is equal to minus delta G is equal to NFE, and delta G further is equal to minus NFE. We know that delta G of a system at constant pressure is given by Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, and which is equal to Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. Delta G is equal to delta H plus T delta G over curly T at constant pressure. Substituting the value of delta G, this delta G in this equation, it can be written as minus NFE is equal to delta H plus T curly minus NFE divided by curly T at constant pressure. So after simplifying it further, we can write it as, after removing negative sign, NFE is equal to minus delta H plus T curly NFE divided by curly T at constant pressure. So after further simplifying it, it becomes as E is equal to minus delta H over NF plus T curly E over curly T at constant P. So the term curly E over curly T in this equation is the temperature coefficient of the EMF of cell at a constant pressure. This term determines whether the electrical energy produced in a cell would be equal to, more than or less than the heat of the reaction. Accordingly, three cases may arise. In first case, when the temperature coefficient is 0, as in case of Daniell cell, curly E oblique curly T is almost 0. So this equation, there are three cases. This temperature coefficient may be 0, or it may be positive, or it may be negative, this term. So there are three results. In first results, when it's equal to 0, when this coefficient is equal to 0, then NFE is equal to minus delta H. In second case, it becomes NFE larger than minus delta H. In third case, when it's negative, NFE is smaller than minus delta H. So the electrical energy produced is less than the heat of the cell reaction. The excess energy will be given either to the surrounding or the temperature of the cell. So this is the thermodynamic quantities, description of thermodynamic quantities of a electrochemical or a reversible cell. Further calculation of thermodynamic quantities of cell reaction. Next is the calculation of thermodynamic quantities of cell reaction. Calculation of thermodynamic quantities of cell reaction. Calculation of thermodynamic quantities of cell reaction. So first of all, thermodynamic quantity is delta G. So free energy change delta G of a cell reaction. So free energy change delta G of a cell reaction is given as NFE minus NFE. Thus from the value of EMF of the cell, the free energy change of the cell reaction can be calculated. So enthalpy change, for enthalpy change, it is equal to as per Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, minus delta G is equal to minus delta H minus T curly delta G over curly T at constant pressure. So where minus delta H is the decrease in the enthalpy of the cell reaction at constant pressure. Also, change in free energy of a cell reaction is related to EMF of the cell by the following expression. Minus delta G is equal to NFE. So substituting the value of delta G in our equation, the results are same as we derived earlier when thermodynamic quantities and EMF of a cell was written. So the final result comes out to be delta H is equal to NFT curly E over curly T at constant pressure minus E. Thus, knowing the EMF of the cell, the temperature coefficient, the enthalpy change of the cell reaction can be calculated. So next is the entropy change delta S of a cell reaction. So entropy change is calculated at delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. Delta G minus delta H is equal to minus T delta S. Further, delta G is equal to delta H plus T at curly delta G over curly T at constant pressure. This is Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. And further, delta G minus after simplifying it, delta G minus delta H is equal to T. This term remains same. And after that, putting the value of delta G is equal to minus NFE, we get delta G minus delta H at T curly NFE minus NFE divided by curly T at constant pressure. Further, it comes out to be delta G is equal to minus NFT curly E over curly T at constant P. So comparing these two equations, that is this equation delta G minus delta H is equal to minus T delta S, and this equation, basically this equation was delta G minus delta H. Here I forgot to write delta H. So these two equations, comparing these two equations, we got the result. And what does result comes? Minus T delta S from here is equal to minus NFT curly E over curly T at constant P. So both of them have negative sign. So finally it becomes as delta S is equal to NF curly E over curly T at constant P. Thus the entropy change delta S can be calculated by knowing the value of temperature coefficient of the cell EMF. If a cell is working under standard conditions, the value of delta G naught, delta G naught, delta H naught and delta S naught can be similarly obtained from the respective equation by replacing E cell by E naught cell, delta G by delta G naught and delta H by delta H naught and delta S by delta S naught in the derived expression. So this was the thermodynamic quantities of the cell. Next is the Nernst equation for the EMF of a cell. So how to derive Nernst equation? It's very simple and easy. Nernst equation for EMF of a cell. And let's start. Nernst equation relates the EMF of a standard value E naught and the activities of the species taking part in the cell reaction. Activity means the effective concentration of the substance taking part in the reaction. Effective concentration means the concentration that is undergoing chemical change or undergoing chemical reaction. So consider a reversible cell reaction in which A moles of A are reacting with B moles of B to give C moles of C plus D moles of D. For an electrochemical cell, the free energy change for the cell reaction is given by the relation delta G is equal to minus NFE. Further, N is the number of moles of electrons, F is the Faraday of electricity, and E is the EMF of the cell. Also, the free energy of a chemical reaction can be expressed as delta G is equal to delta G naught plus RT ln Q. So you know very well that delta G is the change in the free energy, delta G naught is the change in the free energy in standard state, and R is a universal gas constant, T is the temperature, and Q is the quotient of activities. Q is the quotient of activities. Further, from above equations, that is equation 2 and 3, this delta G minus NFE and is equal this equation we may write here minus NFE is equal to delta G naught plus RT ln Q from our equations. So dividing both sides of equation by NF, what we get, dividing both sides of this equation, I will write here again, dividing both sides by NF and NF, we get what we get, E is equal to minus E naught plus RT NF ln Q. This delta G naught over NF becomes equal to minus E naught, because delta G naught is equal to minus NF E naught in standard state, and E naught is equal to delta G naught over NF minus E naught. So this is the simple simplification of this already known equation for the change in the free energy when substances are in their standard state. So here I write E naught in place of delta G naught over NF. So this equation is further simplified as E is equal to E naught plus RT NF. Sorry, I removed negative sign from here, so this plus sign will be changed into negative sign. So this is negative sign. E is equal to E naught minus RT oblique NF into ln Q. So further simplifying it, the Q is the quotient of activities, so we may write it as Q is equal to quotient of activities, and it can be written as, for A reactant it is activity of, for reactants it is the activity of product of the concentration of the product raised to power their stoichiometric coefficients divided by the product of the activities of the reactants raised to power their stoichiometric coefficients. So this comes from the chemical equilibrium chapter, in which we wrote different kind of equilibrium constants for different kind of equilibrium. So this is the equilibrium for the equilibrium constant or quotient for the activities of different substances involved in the reaction. So to understand this thing more better, you must remember the chemical equilibrium, different kind of chemical equilibriums from the chemical equilibrium chapter. So further this equation can be written as by replacing this Q with this Q, E is equal to E naught minus RT over NF ln A C raised to power activity of C raised to power C activity of D raised to power D divided by activity of A raised to power A and activity of B raised to power B. So these are written in the powers or superscript. These are the quotient of these reactants and products, small a, small b, small c, small d. So further, the activity of the molar concentration of the substance that are solids or pure liquids or gases at 1 atmospheric pressure is taken as unity. Therefore, Q can be expressed as ratio of activity of reduced states and the oxidized state. Okay, is that clear? On this side there are reduced states and on this side there are the oxidized states. So we can write it as the ratio between the concentration of reduced states and concentration of the oxidized state. So further it can be written as E is equal to E naught minus RT NF ln reduced state divided by concentration of the oxidized state. So from our equation that can be written in number of forms as follows. So if you want to write oxidized state on numerator and reduced state on denominator, so this negative sign will change into positive sign. So it will become as E is equal to E naught plus RT oblique NF ln oxidized state divided by reduced state. So these are different forms of the Nernst equations. So this is the Nernst equation for the EMF of a cell. So suppose if you have been given a reaction like zinc is converting into zinc 2 positive, and this is these parallel lines indicate the salt bridge, and silver Ag positive is converting into Ag. Zinc is oxidizing and silver is getting reduced to silver metal. So how to write the Nernst equation for such a cell? So you have to write it as there is change in the taking place in the 2 electrons. This reaction may be written as Ag positive zinc Ag plus zinc 2 positive. So there are change in the 2 electrons, so we have to write here as 2 and 2 silver. Further it was aqueous, it was solid, it became solid and it turns to aqueous. So n value of n is equal to 2. So for this reaction we have to write the Nernst equation as E of cell is equal to E naught of the cell. E naught means standard plus 0.059 divided by 2 log Ag positive 2 zinc 2 positive into silver. So for the concentration of solids is taken to be unity. It means the concentration of the zinc and silver is to be taken into unity. Further, concentration of ionic species are taken in mole per liter, and concentration of gases are expressed in terms of their respective partial pressure. So these are some assumptions for the this Nernst equation for the EMF of a cell. So basically this equation is written in this form. Nernst equation for this cell was written in this form. So you can calculate from here different things like you can calculate the standard EMF of the cell if you know the concentration of these silver and zinc in oxidized form plus the EMF of the cell. If you want to know the EMF of the cell, so you must know the E naught of the cell and these concentrations. So you can be asked in any numerical that how that calculate one of these quantities of the Nernst equation for the EMF of a cell when you have been given with the other quantities, like you have been given with the concentration and EMF of the cell, and you have been asked to calculate the standard EMF of the cell, or you have been asked to calculate the concentration of silver when you have been given with the standard EMF and EMF of the cell and concentration of this zinc 2 positive. So you can calculate this, and we will take later on the application of the Nernst equations.